shake it out. Again, working with the energy of the new moon today, which signals fresh start, new possibilities, right? So we're going to think about that in our practice today, coming to mountain pose here. Firm everything up, line everything up. The feet are grounded, all four corners of the feet. Lift your toes, spread them out, bring them down. Keeping the feet big is really helpful. Open your heart. And as you start to smooth out your breath, see if you get a signal from the universe and set an intention. And now let's breathe some life into that intention. Inhale with your palms facing up. Draw energy in, touch your palms, and exhale. Bring your hands to your heart. All right, fingertips up. Inhale. Exhale, hands back down by your side. And just do a couple more circle breaths like that. Inhale, up, reach up. Exhale. Inhale, fingertips. Exhale. Getting the breath to move. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. All right, shake it out a little bit more. We like to, especially in the morning, we like to start to move things around. Let your knees and hips bend. Let your arms move. Okay. And we'll get ready for our spinal series now. So with the feet hip-width distance apart, we'll work on cats and cows to open the spine forward and back, flexion and extension. Take your arms out by your side. Soft knees and hips, round forward, touch your fingertips. Open big, shine your heart up. Touch forward, shine up. Remember not to throw your head back. The head is following the spine. See how you're feeling this morning with this. And the next time your fingertips are touching, press your palms together. Straighten up as you bring your hands to your heart, recalling your intention. Inhale your fingertips up. And as you bring your arms down, let go of anything that stands in the way of you being focused on you for your practice today. Just shake it out. Okay, so anything that's not about you and your practice, just leave it out. You can pick it back up when we're done. All right, so let's take the feet mat width distance apart with the toes turned out. Okay, we're going to reach up with the right arm, starting to lengthen through the side body. Up with the left arm. Now bend your knees, down with the right, down with the left. We're going up with the right, straighten up with the left. Down with the right, bend, down with the left. Up with the right, straighten, left, down, down and right, left, down and down. All right, relax your arms and your legs for a moment. We're going to do the same thing starting on the left. Reach with the left, really reach to the sky. Reach right, down, left, down, right, up, up, down and down. Reach, reach, down and down. Last time, reach, reach, down and down. Reach up. Now just go ahead, let your knees bend out. roll forward as far as you want. You can keep your head high, you can go lower. Bring your bring your hands, opposite hand to opposite elbow, and just ragdoll out for a moment. Just move around. Nod that head yes and no. And as you bring your head to stillness, we always end on yes. Come back to center and slowly roll up. Okay, so here's the tricky part. As you reach up, inhale up, step your legs together. Hands to heart, mountain pose. Yes, inhale and exhale. All right, shake it out. So we're going to be doing ice skaters for our twisting, which is bringing the leg behind. You may want to turn the other way on your mat, okay, because your legs will probably be going wider than mat width distance. So take your legs a generous distance apart and sweep your right leg back, right arm across. Left leg back, left arm across. So start gently moving into your ice skaters. So the twisting action is happening here, right? And the arm across is really helping that. And then as you go through, you might want to start reaching down toward the earth, curtsying a little deeper. This is called ice skaters, sometimes called curtsy lunge. And the next time you're over to your left, your right leg behind where we started, as low as you're going to be, just stay there for a moment and come back up and switch sides. Stay there for a moment and come back up. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of a variation on that. Just take your right leg behind you, not too far. Bring your arms up. Take your right wrist in your left hand and tilt over to the left. So we're getting more of a stretch through the right side. All right, bring it down. Left leg back. Left wrist in the right hand. Tilt. And come up. Shake things out. How are you feeling? We're going to build some energy. This is a great breath to do any time of day. It's the 4-part breath. So we're going to keep the feet maybe slightly wider than hip width distance. The knees and hips will move here. Hands come to your heart. Exhale. Inhale, bring your fingertips up. Exhale, clasp your hands behind you. Inhale, shine your heart up to the sky as you press your shoulder blades toward each other, your knuckles toward the earth. Now with soft knees and hips, fold forward. When you get to where you're stopping in your forward fold, see if the hands can lift off the back any amount. Maybe the shoulders are like, just leave your hands where they are, and that's fine too. Release your hands, float up. We're going to do it again. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, fingertips up. Exhale, clasp. Now change your fingers by one because you probably clasped the exact same way you did the first time. Shine your heart up to the sky. And fold. Release, float up. Remember this breath. You're going to try it on your own here because it's a great energy builder anytime during the day. Okay, so here we are, hands to heart. We inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, release, and float up. And shake things out. All right. Shake it out. Everybody good? We're going to work our way down to the earth. Okay, and always make sure you have extra padding for your knee just in case we use it. We're not going to use anything else right now. Okay, so come to the top of the mat. Take a couple of breaths here. Inhale, float your arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Take a half lift. Fingertips down, step back to your down dog. Okay, and we'll pedal the feet in the down dog, press one heel and then the other. Really paying attention to the rolling of the feet, right? Like a nice massage. Press one heel down and hold. Switch sides, press the other heel down and hold. Now press both heels down and hold. And come into seated mountain pose. The feet are flexed, the spine is long. We'll bring hands to heart here. Bringing ourselves back to our practice, calling to mind your intention. Let the work you do in today's practice feed that intention. Okay, so we're going to exhale and then inhale the fingertips up, turn your palms out. And again, as you exhale, if there's anything standing in the way of you and your practice, let it go. Now let's feed our intentions with the palms up. Exhale. Inhale, draw energy up from the earth. Gather it and bring it to your heart. All right, shake things out, get a little movement going. Time for one of our favorite parts of class, core work. Yes, I know. I see that little wave. I'm glad you had all your fingers up in that wave, Nicole. Thank you. All right, take it down. All right, so we're going to be exploring how the core reacts when our leg is high and when it starts to lower. So put both feet on the mat here with the knees bent. Draw your right knee in. Now point your leg straight up. Think about how is your core doing right now. Okay? It doesn't have a lot of work to do. Not yet. Okay? So let's flex the foot and start to slowly bring the leg down and pay attention to what happens in the core as the leg gets lower. I'm not going to tell you what happens. You'll decide what's happening for you. Hover your heel 2 inches off the mat. Now point your toes and slowly bring that leg back up. What happens in your core as you do this? Flex the foot, slowly bring the leg down. Now, as you hover your heel, you'll feel that your core has work to do, right? What happens if you put your heel on the floor? You're not doing anything, right? So this is why when we do certain poses and certain movements, especially when we're focusing on the core, we want that heel lifted. Now point your toe, start to lift back up. Notice what happens in your core. All right, bend that right knee in for a moment and just go ahead and wiggle it around. Bring the foot down. Okay, so raise one leg if you noticed your core having to work harder the lower your leg got. Anybody? Yeah, okay. All right. And did you notice a complete release of the core when you brought your heel down? So just keep that in mind. We're going to work on the left now. Bring the left leg in. Straighten your leg. Flex your foot. Slowly down. Hover 2 inches. Now point your toe. toes, all of them, and slowly up. Flex, and we're going left again. Point, and we take it up. Bring that leg in and move around. All right, release. So that's one way to do this. Next way to do it is with one knee in tabletop, other leg moving. And at any point, you might decide to sit on your hands here for some extra support for your hips. It might feel better on your back. You can try that. Take your left knee to tabletop, draw your right knee in, take the leg up, flex the foot, and take it down. So in tabletop, your left knee is directly over the hip. We're going slowly down, hover the heel, point the toe, slowly up. If this isn't working for you, you can bring your left foot down like we just did. Flex your right foot, slowly down, point, and slowly up. All right, bring your right knee to tabletop, left leg up. Remember, we did it with the foot down. That's always an option. Flex your heel slowly down. Point your foot slowly up. Flex down. Point up. Draw the knees in and rock a little side to side. Give your spine a little massage. Shake things out. Inhale and exhale. All right, choose a position, feet down or one knee up, and we're going to do that, the same thing. We're going to do it, let's do 2 times on the right and 2 times on the left because we have lots else to do. Left knee to tabletop or left foot stays on the mat, sitting on your hands if that works for you. Right knee in, right leg up, flex, slowly down. Heel hovers, point, slowly up. So tempting to go faster here. Heel flex, slowly down. Point, slowly up. But of course, when we go slowly, we recruit the muscles more. Right knee to tabletop, left leg straight up, flex the foot, slowly down. Point, slowly up. Flex, slowly down. Point, slowly up. Woo, bring it in and rock around. Woo, put your feet on the mat and go ahead and open and close those knees. Inhale and exhale. We're going to do a little bit of oblique work here as long as we have our feet on the mat and our knees bent. We'll go ahead and take the arms up, press the palms together, roll the shoulders and head up and take both hands to the right. Now stay up and take both hands to the left. Come center and down. We're going to roll up to the left. Take both hands over to the right. Come center and down. So that's one way to do this. Other way would be to have both knees up, roll up, both hands to the right, both hands to the left, center and down. Roll up, starting to the left, going to the right, center and down. All right, shake it out for a moment. Decide which way you want to go, feet down or knees up. Completely up to you. Here we go. Palms touch. Roll up right. Take it left. Center and down. Roll up left. Take it right, center, and down. We're going to add on here, roll up right, go left, go back to the right, go back to the left, center and down, roll up left, right, left, right, center, down, and just like that, we're finished. Stretch it out. Inhale, exhale, draw your knees in, rock around. All right, bring your feet down and gently butterfly those knees. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're going to sit up and do a rock the baby. So come to seated mountain pose, legs are straight, spine is long. Bend the right knee, hold the right foot in the left hand, hold on to the right thigh here, keep the torso facing straight forward. We want to just have all the movement be from the hip. Of course, the arm is moving, but our rocking is from the hip. Rock the baby. Now take your right ankle across your left thigh, support yourself with your hands. Bring the left foot in just till it touches the mat. And with your right foot flexed, take your legs side to side. Now the next time your right foot is all the way over to the left, stay here. Hold on to the outside of your right leg with your left hand. Inhale, draw the right arm up and back. With a very long spine, twist. Take your gaze to the right. Lengthen your spine a little more. Maybe deepen your twist. Some people might want to take their left elbow outside the right knee and release. Unwind, shake your legs out. Ready on the other side. The right leg is long, foot is flexed. Left foot in the right hand, and we rock. Now bring your left ankle above the right knee. It's resting on the right thigh. Draw your right foot in till it just touches the mat. Left foot is flexed. Legs go side to side. We're still not moving that torso. And let the left foot come all the way over to the right. Sit up nice and tall. Remember, all twisting is done from a tall spine. Okay, and take your right hand outside your left leg, left arm back, lengthen the spine, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Maybe elbow outside of the knee for some people. Turn your gaze towards your left shoulder. Release, unwind, take both legs forward and give them a crazy shake. All right, we're going to do one more thing from here, which is going to help open the inner thighs, the groin. So go ahead and bend your knees here. Your feet are about hip width distance apart. Put your arms in between your legs. Okay, so we're going to press the legs into the arms while resisting with the arms. You feel that? Now, whoosh, just let it go. All right. Now put your arms outside of your legs. Press the legs into the arms. Let it go. All right, so that's a little neural trick. We've done that a lot with our spinal release where you have tension and release. Shake things out. We're coming to hands and knees. Okay, make sure you have enough padding for your knees here. All right. So we want to be as strong as possible for the weekend that's coming up. So let's go ahead and do some push-ups. Okay, low plank or high plank, push up, hips toward heels. Now you know that you can do this with your hands on a chair, on the wall, even in the air. Push up, hips toward heels. Push up, hips toward heels. It's all about intention for your arms here. And the next time you're taking your hips toward your heels, find child's pose, support your head. Okay, it might touch the mat, it might be resting on your hands. Some days you might feel like having your arms back in child's pose, and that's fine too. And just breathe here. Call to mind your intention. Now see how much you can float your way to down dog. Think about floating. Keep everything soft. Yes, it takes a lot of strength to come into down dog, but how can you be light as possible? And then as you begin to walk your feet to your hands, take them a little wider with each step till you wind up mat width distance apart. Bring your forearms to your thighs. Press your palms together and press through the feet. Inhale, fingertips up toward the sky. We're going to step back into mountain pose, legs touching, hands to heart. Yes, and shake it out. How you guys doing? Everything okay so far? All right, so let's go ahead and do our sun salutations. And it's always nice to throw in a low crescent lunge. We're going to draw the arms back today and open the heart that way. All right, so make sure you have padding for your knees for low crescent lunge. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Take a half lift, fingertips down. We lunge back right, enjoying that lunge. Bring the right knee down, low crescent lunge, left knee's over the ankle. Arms back, shine your heart up. Bring your hands down, come into knee up or knee down plank. Chaturanga. And a nice cobra here. Down dog. Take some breaths in down dog. Take your right leg up. Take a big step forward. Left knee down. We're setting up. We want to position the body properly for the low lunge. Knee over ankle. Knee behind. Arms back. Hands down. Lift your back knee. One big step takes you forward. Half lift. Forward fold. Float the arms out and up. Palms touch. And hands come heart center. Ready on the left. Inhale, float up. Exhale, swan dive. Take a half lift. Hands down. We're stepping back left, enjoying that lunge. Left knee down. Low crescent lunge, arms back. Hands down. High or low, knees up or down, plank. Chaturanga. Okay, let's work on our cobra a little bit. So the hands are under the shoulders, shoulders toward the ears, down the spine. Now, without using the hands at all, lift your heart. Now lift your hands and release. Now lift your hands first. Come into Cobra. Yeah. And release. Now we're going to use the hands and deepen just a little bit. Bring your hands down 6 inches below your shoulders here. Same thing, but as you come into your Cobra this time, use your hands and come up a little higher. The elbows stay bent. And release. Make a pillow with your hands, bend your knees, and let your knees sway side to side. Let your legs sway side to side to release the spine. Bring your feet down and find your way to downward facing dog. Left leg comes up, left foot steps forward. Align yourself for your low crescent lunge. Arms back. Fingertips down. Back knee lifts. One step brings you forward, half lift, forward fold. Float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. And release. All right. Let's find mountain pose and just assess where everything is, how everything's feeling. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's move into a balance here. So we're going to work on tree balance. So find your feet hip width distance apart. The feet are nice and big. We want to set a drishti, find a spot that isn't moving. Hands to hips. Let's see where balance is this morning. Take your right heel up, knee out. We want the hips to stay facing forward, right? We don't want the hip, we're not forcing the knee out and rotating the hips. The hips are forward, knee is out. And then, you know, tree. So if you're ready, come into tree. If you're not, just stay there exploring your balance until you feel like you're ready. And release. And let's work on the left side. Left heel up, knee out, hips are still straight forward. And either just move around a little bit or come into your tree. And release. Shake it out. All right, we're going to grow our limbs in this next tree. You don't have to go there if it's not a great balance day for you. Okay, so let's find our right foot on our left leg. Hips are still forward, hands to the heart. And when you feel ready, grow your limbs. Remember to keep your gaze steady. It helps a lot. Bring your hands to your heart and release. All right, other side. Left foot, hands to heart, arms up. And release. Shake it out. Now, next one is going to be a super challenging version of tree because we're going to be clasping behind and lifting our heart, which also makes us move our vision, our drishti, right? So we're going to try it standing first. So just come to mountain pose, clasp your hands behind you. Okay, you've already done this in our first breathing thing. Roll your shoulders toward your ears, look straight ahead, and then as you shine your heart up, notice how your vision moves, right? How your drishti has to move. and then come back to center. Okay, so that's what we'll be doing from tree pose. Again, that's optional. You could be standing near something for support. So let's come into tree on the right. Be careful with this. It's a challenge. Clasp your hands behind you, and then as you feel comfortable doing so, start to lift your gaze, lift the heart. Come back to center and release. Was I right? Was that a little challenging? That was my wobbly side. That was very challenging for me. Okay, let's try the other side. Tree. Put the foot, take the hands behind, and slowly start to incorporate your back bend. Come up and release. Shake it out. All right, enough of that, right? Let's come into some fun sunflower and moonflower poses. So we want to be pretty wide, right? Wider than mat with distance. You may want to turn to the side. The feet are grounded. Hands to the hips to start. We want to make sure the knees are going over the toes. As long as you're on all four corners of your feet, your knees are going to go where you want them to go, right over the toes. Arms up, 5-pointed star. Let's take it to moonflower and lift. Moonflower and lift. Down and up. Down and up. Next time you're up in 5-pointed star, stay here. And we're going to go into sunflower, bending the knees out, folding forward, cross right arm in front of left, and float up. Left arm in front of right, and up. And just keep going. And the next time you're in sunflower, doesn't matter really which arm is in front, take opposite hand to opposite elbow and ragdoll it out. Move those legs side to side. Move your shoulders. Get your head moving. Come back to center. Now, as you straighten your legs, let your forearms melt closer to the earth. Bring your hands to your hips. Come halfway up. Take a breath. Press through the feet. Come the rest of the way up. And bring your legs back together for mountain pose. Inhale and exhale here. Take it out. Okay, we're going to do a little Warrior Two series. This will be our final standing. So we're taking the legs out wide for Warrior Two. Turn your right toes to the right, left toes in at an angle. Level off the hips, right knee over right ankle. The outer edge of your left foot is pressing into the mat strongly, so your arch isn't crashing into the mat. Okay, this left leg has a lot of energy. Shoulders over hips, arms in line with shoulders. Gaze past your fingertips and breathe. Okay, we're going to move this now into a reverse warrior. Turn your right palm up, left hand down, reach up. Some people like to bend their back elbow here. That's fine too. Come back to Warrior Two. Now bend your right elbow. Draw your left arm up. The left hand could stay on the hip if this is uncomfortable for the shoulders. Or the left arm could come up by the ear and come back to warrior two. Reverse. Warrior two. Bend the elbow, side angle. We're not leaning on this right forearm. The core is supporting us here. Come back to warrior two. One more time through. Here we go. Reverse. Warrior two. Side angle. Warrior two. Hands to hips, toes forward, index fingers in the hip creases, forward fold here. So your hands may touch the mat or they may come to your legs, either way. Just get a nice little forward fold and aim the crown of your head toward the mat. Bring your hands to your hips, come halfway up, press through the feet, come the rest of the way up. If your legs want to come together and take a break, do that. Otherwise, turn your left toes to the left, right toes in at an angle, setting up for warrior two. Hips are level. The outer edge of your right foot is pressing into the mat. The left foot, it has all four corners pressing into the mat, and the knee is going straight through the center of that foot. Shoulders over hips, arms out from the shoulders, gaze left, reverse warrior. Only the upper body is moving here. The legs stay steady. Warrior two. Side angle, arm variations. Remember, hip, arm up, arm by the ear. No pressure on this left forearm. Warrior two. Reverse. Warrior two. Side angle. Warrior two. And last time through, reverse. Come up. Side angle. Take it up. Hands to hips, toes forward, and just go ahead and release in this fold here. Okay, you may be up higher and wiggling around. You may be down lower, wiggling around, whatever feels good to you. Start to tap into your body, what kind of finishing moves it needs while we're still standing. Come back to center. Slowly come up. Bring your legs closer together. Shake things out. Scan your body from head to toe. Make sure you have your body is ready to come down to the earth here. And we're going to come to the top of the mat. Take a couple of breaths here. Just check in with how everything's feeling. Float the arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Swan dive. Take a half lift. Fingertips down. Step back to down dog. Let the hips go to one side, knees to the other. You know the alternatives here. You could be in table. You could be doing something else. Bring your knees down and come into seated mountain pose. Take your palms out by your side. Let's take some more energy up from the earth. Sweep the arms up. Press the energy in between your palms. Exhale, hands to your heart. and shake things out. All right. So go ahead and bend your knees. We're going to do that neuro practice that we did earlier. Bend the knees. Put your arms inside your legs. Press your legs into your arms into your legs, and let it go. Bend the knees, arms outside the legs, press, and let it go. So now we're going to work on our Baddha Konasana. Go ahead and take the soles of your feet together. So we'll start with the heels far away from the body. And if Baddha Konasana isn't you and you know that, then you can bend one knee at a time and work on a half cobbler there. Okay. Now start to draw your heels in towards you and see how that feels on your inner thighs. We don't want the knees going all the way up like this. So with your knees a reasonable distance from the mat, that's where your Baddha Konasana is. Inhale. Now put your hands on your shins and we're going to just round back, just like we were going into a cat pose here. And then with the hands still on the shins, round up like cow. And just move through that if that feels okay to you. If it doesn't, then you can just take your hands off of your shins, put them higher on your leg, and go up and down, or you can totally do something else. We're just going to round into it and lift up. And the next time you're rounded forward, just hold here. And then come up to seated. Put one hand under each knee and carefully help your legs back up. Extend your legs and give them a crazy shake here. Inhale and exhale. We're going to be coming down, so go ahead, bend your knees. Roll yourself down to the mat. Inhale and exhale. All right, time for pigeon, yay. So go ahead and take your right ankle across your left thigh. Draw your legs in towards you. Okay, we're going to be holding this pigeon, but let's start out with the hands on the shin and just move the legs around a bit. So we can take them side to side, forward and back. Circle around. And now come back to center. Make sure your right foot is flexed. Put your hands around your left leg. Take your left knee in line with your left shoulder and breathe. Breathe into that right hip. All right, we're going to be taking the left leg straight up. So if you're holding your shin, you'll want to move your hands to the back of your thigh. Take your left leg straight up, point and flex. Moving that foot. Now circle the ankle one direction and the other. Okay, bend your left knee again, and before we release, we're going to come into cow's face pose with the legs. So cross tightly at the thighs. Your right leg is closest to you. Hold on to your legs and move around. All right, now release, unwind, 2 feet to the mat. butterfly those knees. Left ankle over right thigh. Left foot is flexed. Legs come in. Hold on to your shin. Move your legs side to side. Forward and back. Circle. Circle the other way. Now settle in for pigeon. Your left foot is still flexed. Hold on to your right leg wherever you're holding it. Make sure your right knee is in line with your right shoulder and breathe. All right, we're going to be extending the right leg straight up, point and flex. Circle one direction and the other. Come into cow's face legs, crossing tightly at the thighs. Your left leg is closest to you. Hold on somewhere and move around. Okay, release, unwind, 2 feet to the mat, little butterfly wings here. All right, take your feet mat width distance apart, arms out from your shoulders. We're moving into, excuse me. Okay, so we're going to take the knees to the right, gaze left, and knees left, gaze right. Moving side to side here. All right, when you feel even, come back to center. You can leave your feet just the way they are for now. Extend and wiggle those fingers. And rotate the wrists. All right, go ahead, leave your arms extended. If you want to do Supta Baddha Konasana, this is a good opportunity to do that. So the cobbler's pose that we were just working on as we were seated, bringing the soles of the feet together, letting the knees open. If this is comfortable for you, be here. If not, just go ahead and bend your knees. Put one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. And just observe your breath as it comes in through the nose and goes deep into the belly where your bottom hand is. And then as you exhale, it goes past the hand that's on the heart and out through the nose. And now bring your hands back to your side. Start to scan your body from head to toe. Take any final movements that your body is asking for as we start to prepare for our final relaxation. Coming into your final relaxation position for this practice. Take a nice inhale through the nose and exhale. Release your body onto the support of the earth. And just be in your final relaxation. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And on your next inhale, stretch. Exhaling, draw your knees in. Give yourself a hug. Find your way over to a side. And back up to a nice, easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.